Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be making a tier list of the most aesthetic muscles. This was a video idea from one of the comments, so if you have more ideas of more tier lists, for example, that I can make, you can leave it in the comments. So first of all, I want to start with neck. I think neck is one of the most underrated. Almost nobody trains it, and the reason is obvious. It looks kind of cringe when you train neck at the gym because nobody else trains it. But I think if you can get over it and realize that nobody cares, it's one of the most aesthetic muscles you can train. So this one is definitely S tier. If you have a thin neck, you're going to look way worse. But yeah, definitely S tier. Next, triceps. I think this one probably at great. It's extremely important, but not as important as neck and other muscles. But yeah, if you have big triceps, assuming you have big biceps as well to balance it, it is going to increase your dimorphism and sex appeal. So it's extremely important. I'm probably going to put it at great tier because it's amazing, but not as great as others. Next one, forearms. Honestly, I think this one did it tier because I've heard from women in real life that it's one of the things they find attractive, especially if a guy has like a dress shirt and rolled up sleeves and it's showing the forearms. That's one of the most attractive things when it comes to sex appeal, basically. So I think I'm going to put it into S tier. It's pretty underrated, just like neck. Barely anyone trains it. And you can train it by doing farmer walks to train the finger flexors, and also you can do hammer curls to train the brachioradialis. Next one, quads. I think maybe mid. I think it's pretty overrated to have like a strong squat. I mean, it does make you look more balanced, but other than that, I just want a V taper. I don't want to have really large thighs like women have. But I think mid, pretty overrated for dimorphism as a man. Next one, hamstrings. I think around the same. I really don't care that much because I want that V taper. I want to look dimorphic. These two would be S tier if you were a woman, but as a male, I just think the V taper is more important. Next one, glutes. Yeah, around the same mid. I don't really care that much. There are benefits to training your glutes, for example, posture, but overall, I don't think it's the most dimorphic thing on men, basically. I'm going to put this one at mid. Brachialis, I think S tier because it's kind of the same as forearms. It's just one part of the forearms. This one you train with the hammer curls. The forearms mainly, it's the finger flexors, amongst others, but I would just put this one at the same category as forearms. Pretty underrated. Next one, upper back. I think this one I'm going to put it at great. It's really attractive to have a really large back, but for the V taper, I would say lats are more important. But this one is really important. You have to train it by doing scapulary traction, or at least that's the mechanism that you can train upper back and traps, basically. So either horizontal rows or some kind of shrug, and basically do that mechanism to cause mechanical tension in the upper back. Next one, upper chest. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this one. Either S tier or at great, because it's really amazing. It's extremely important for an aesthetic physique. I kind of want to put it at S tier, so I think that's where it's going to be. Mid and lower pecs, pretty overrated. Still important, but I think it's extremely overrated. Just my personal opinion, of course. When we look at the most aesthetic physiques, they don't necessarily have a really big chest. Perhaps that's your thing, but for what I like personally, what I think is aesthetic, I think the mid and especially the lower chest is pretty overrated. Next up, erectors. Yeah, I don't care. I don't train this one. Next one, front delts. I don't isolate it because if you do push exercises, for example, for the chest or for the upper chest, you're already going to target the front delt. So I think front delt isolations are pretty overrated. Next up, lats, definitely S tier. This is by far one of the most important things if you want the V taper. Next up, obliques. I don't care. I don't train it. Doesn't matter that much. Rear delts, S tier. You need rear delts if you want that 3D delt look, which is extremely aesthetic. And delts is one of those muscles that you just can't be too big. Like you look at bodybuilders, you look at androgenic, for example, even his delts aren't too big. They look overdeveloped, but it still looks aesthetic and it still makes him wider frame and more dimorphic and more attractive. So rear delts, definitely S tier. Abs, S tier. Doesn't necessarily mean you should train them because a lot of people have them naturally under the fat. It's still better to train them, of course, but just abs in general, S tier. Next up, side delts, S tier as well. Like I said, the front delts already worked in push exercises, but delts overall, they're pretty important and they can't really be too big, in my opinion. Abs, I'm going to put them here, probably. They are important, just like these ones, to balance the physique. Next one, adductors. I don't care. Biceps, great tier. And traps, they're really important for size, right? But overall, I'm going to put them at okay because there are more aesthetic muscles, in my opinion. So yeah, I think that's my tier list. And yeah, join my school community if you want. And that's pretty much it.